The Righteous Gemstones end with death, a wedding, a prayer, and a monkey. After 4 seasons of faith-based, foul-mouthed tomfoolery, The Righteous Gemstones is bound for the pearly gates. Created in 2019 by Eastbound and Down's Danny McBride, the filthy HBO comedy centers around a family of corrupt, fast-talking televangelists led by John Goodman's aging and regretful Eli Gemstone. As Eli retreats into background of church business, his 3 children, Jesse McBride, Judy Edi Patterson, and Kelvin DeVine, throw shoulders and insults as they try to find their place in the new hierarchy. Sunday night's finale, the McBride-directed That Man of God May Be Complete, wraps up a season that sees Lori, Mullally, an old friend of late Gemstone matriarch Aimee-Leigh, Nettles, find romance with Eli amid complications related to her ex-husband Cobb, Rooker, her son Corey, Seann William Scott, and an ancient golden Bible essential to Gemstone's lore. The episode also concludes the series itself, which routinely bounces between toe-curling raunch and a fierce sentimentality that sometimes clash with its trademark cynicism. But that's partly the point, as The Righteous Gemstones often highlights how even the most soulless grifters can be capable of acts of love. The series finale primarily revolved around the Gemstone family's relationship with Corey, who we learn was complicit in the crimes of his father, Cobb. That includes the assaults, murders, and kidnappings of Lori's boyfriends, but also the theft of the Gemstone's antique gold Bible, which has been a thread throughout the season. Eli suggests the family take Lori, Corey, and Corey's wife, Jana, Arden Mirren, to their lake house to help cheer Corey up after he was forced to kill his father in the penultimate episode. Things seem to be going well at first, with Corey emulating Michael Jackson in a bedazzled British Army jacket. But things quickly get tense when Corey demands $7 million from the Gemstones so he can buy his late dad's Gator farm. "I killed my daddy to save Dr. Gemstone," Corey says. "He has millions of dollars, but he can't help me." Jesse, Judy, and Kelvin try to calm Corey down as the rest of the family takes a boat onto the lake. But the situation escalates when Kelvin, with assistance from the spirit of Aimee-Leigh, finds a handgun and the gold Bible in Corey's bag after going inside to change out of his doo-doo shirt. After Kelvin divulges this to his siblings, Corey confesses to how his father roped him into his schemes. He covered for his dad, he says, because he always hoped his parents would get back together. Fearing he said too much, Corey begins firing on the siblings, cranking up UB40's red wine to cover the sound of gunshots. He shoots all 3 siblings, but not fatally. As he retreats to his truck for an assault rifle to finish them off, we get a humorous sequence in which Jesse, Judy, and Kelvin crawl the hallways in agony, leaving behind streaks of blood. Their savior is BJ's monkey, Dr. Watson, who retrieves Jesse's gun from his everyday carry bag for men. Don't call it a purse. When Corey returns, Jesse lands a headshot. As Corey dies, he apologizes and asks the siblings to pray for him. In an echo of the season's premiere, a flashback episode about criminal-turned-pastor Elijah Gemstone, Bradley Cooper, the flawed, self-serving siblings actually deliver a lovely prayer that brings Corey comfort as he dies. Maybe he'll make a better angel than he was a man. Jesse concludes, a sentiment that speaks to how even the crude and corrupt can serve as vessel for salvation. Point one of the primary antagonists over the Righteous Gemstones' past 2 seasons is Van Simpkins, Stephen Dorff, a rival pastor who, in last week's episode, had an on-air meltdown after losing top Christ-following Man of the Year to Kelvin. That Kelvin also came out as gay didn't help the loudly homophobic Simpkins. The finale begins with a humiliated Simpkins challenging Jesse to a duel at the Cape and Pistol Society, the pastor's Illuminati-aping social club. "To the death," Simpkins declares. This gives way to the hilarious reveal of vintage dueling pistols. There's also an escalating series of cloak and dagger theatrics, which are in line with McBride's penchant for lampooning the retrograde behaviors and rituals of the Southern aristocracy.